Hey everyone, and welcome to VR Flight World. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and we're going to be talking about it in VR. There's some confusion about whether they're going to be coming out with VR or they're not coming out with VR. So I'm going to try to clear that up. So let's go dive into it. There was a recent interview with the head of Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. And in that interview, he said that they were going to be now focusing on VR. And that was going to be one of their priorities for release of Microsoft 2020. He said they're going to try their, as a quote, darndest to get this out with VR, but it may not come out. He does say that it's possible they may not get it done for the release of Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, but it looks like they're trying to push as hard as they can to get that out, which is amazing news for us. Even if they don't get it out right off the bat, it sounds like it's right in the front of their minds, so they're going to be trying to push that out probably in an update that comes out later. Now, of course, with all this coronavirus stuff going around, this might all get kind of delayed, and this might not be a Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, as there's been a lot of people saying it might be a Microsoft Flight Sim 2021. Whether it keeps its name, I don't know, but that could be a possibility with this, because that's going to put a big delay on all their plans right now. But I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I'm glad that they're going to be pushing VR. So one other thing related to VR that is always on top of our mind is, will we be able to run this on our current computers? So I'm going to say, if you have a very high-end computer right now, I'm going to say you're probably going to be able to run this in VR. They're planning to put this out on Xbox in the future. So Xbox, if you think of Xbox, as well as any of the game consoles, they're usually running slower hardware than most of our gaming computers are. And if you're running a slower computer, you may have to do some upgrades. You may have to get a new computer for this to run in VR. I don't know. It's going to come out, and we're going to find out here as time goes on and as they release new details to us. But especially with the alpha testing going on right now, they're probably going to come out with some specifications that's going to help us. But if you're looking at the Xbox One X, the actual GPU in that is probably around a GTX 1060. So it's a reasonable card, but it's not the highest end card that you can buy. And a lot of the people that are flying flight sims right now are running the 1080, the 2080 if you're lucky, or 2080 Ti. These are the cards that people are running for these flight sims when you're flying in VR. Not all of us can get those cards, but if you can, that's going to be the way to go. Probably going with the 2080 series is going to be your best bet. And of course, when you're looking at the gaming consoles as well, their CPUs are quite a bit slower as well. From what I've been reading about the game console CPUs, it's equivalent to around a i3 series, Intel i3. Most of us are running at least i5, i7, even the i9s now. So we're probably running a lot better CPU, a lot more power. I think we're going to be all right. I think it's going to be very well optimized to run on the modern day computer, whereas FSX wasn't. And that's because it was released in 2006. So there was a different set of computers at that time. They were focused more on the CPU power, whereas now we're focused more on the graphics card. And even when you're talking about X-Plane 11, I would say that there's other games that run a lot better and use less power than X-Plane 11. X-Plane 11 is kind of a beast when it comes down to it, and I think there's ways that Microsoft is going to be able to, there's going to be things that they're going to implement that are really going to cause us to get the most out of our computers. And I think that's going to be a big game changer for us. So right now I'm expecting to be able to run this flight, the Microsoft Flight Sim, with what I have. I have a 1080 Ti graphics card, which was the top of the line graphics card. I was actually running a 1060 with 6 gigabytes of RAM, and I was able to run VR in X-Plane 11. But you have to make some adjustments, right? You're not going to be running with the settings from what you see on those videos, like with the Microsoft Flight Sim videos. Those are going to be the top settings you're going to have to put on there. The Microsoft Flight Sim team is going to have the best of the best computer. And if you don't have that, obviously your graphics are going to be lower setting than what they would have. My CPU is an i5 7600K, and I have that overclocked a bit, and that's one thing I would probably want to upgrade is my CPU, but for right now it does the trick. I'm able to run VR. I'm hoping that in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 I'm going to be able to run just the way I have it right now. The one thing I'm going to be doing before that Flight Sim comes out is I'm going to be trying to upgrade my RAM. I think I have 16 gigs of RAM right now. 32 would be perfect for me. But these are just things I'm going to be doing, getting ready for the new Microsoft Flight Sim to come out. Stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.